guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 6:55 p.m.
Normally I go out and walk my dog before I do a video, okay? Before I do a video and then I'll tell you what's gone on when I've come outside. But let's do a video before I go out and after my neighbour upstairs has come in. Yesterday I went outside walking Max as my neighbour parked outside the ginger-haired lady's flat at Foley Apartments. So I was walking down with my dog past my neighbour's Ford Mondeo, past Foley Apartments. And then I took Max for a walk like I normally do, and then I had that trouble with what sounded like a child making sheep noises, meh, 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 behind my back. So today I came in first, my neighbour upstairs was out. He's a short, stocky man with black hair. I'm a white female, about 5'5", and my hair is ginger with bits of grey in it. So I went out yesterday after he'd parked down the bottom of the road, and I walked past him, and we've had differences, and of course I was a bit scared because we've had differences. I've complained about noise, and I didn't expect to see him there, and he was getting out of his car as I was walking past, and I'm a woman. So I walked around the Rochester Riverside. All that shit happened after he came in upstairs. I had some people barring like sheep behind my back. I hadn't had any trouble leading up to him coming back home. No trouble at all. People had spoken to me, they'd said good morning, and I'd had no trouble. But when he comes home at night, I get picked on outside for some unknown reason. I don't know why, but it happens. So I came in before he got in upstairs, and I didn't know he was wearing a black t-shirt with Puma on, or Puma. What is a Puma? It's a black cat. It's black, isn't it, a Puma? Alexa, what's a Puma?
The cougar, also known as the puma, mountain lion, catamountain panther, is a large cat native to the Americas. Its range spans from the Canadian Yukon to the southern Andes in South America and is the most widespread of any large wild terrestrial mammal in the Western Hemisphere. It is an adaptable, generalist species, occurring in most American habitat types.
So let's get this out in the open. I haven't written in a diary since February this year, February. And I used to write about people wearing Puma tops. But some people pronounce it Puma. 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 Right? When I first moved into this property, I was being picked on because I'd complained about a certain person's noise. Right? It's not that bad now. It's like died down and I've got no complaints at all. I don't want to complain. I just want to move out, start afresh and forget what's happened. But when I first moved in, I was being picked on because I reported noise. I had tried to resolve it amicably, but nobody would listen, and they took offence to it, I think, and I started getting picked on. And I wrote in a diary, which is my personal business. No one should be coming into my flat or reading my diaries, my past diaries, and nobody should be talking about me to other people before coming to me first and explaining why. So, I thought the guy started wearing Puma tops. And he used to put his kids in Puma tops, and they used to bend over and sometimes bare the crack of their bum at me. Right? That's what I felt was going on. And it sounds funny, doesn't it? But it's not funny when you're trapped in your flat. You're afraid to go out because you are being bullied and victimised. When I had a blood transfusion at the Medway Maritime Hospital, me, Crystal did. My mum, Jennifer, didn't have a blood transfusion. I came back and I'd had ups and downs with them upstairs, right? And there was a skull in the lift. It wasn't Halloween. There was a skull in the lift just as I was returning back from having a blood transfusion. Are you telling me that that was just put in there as a joke? I told before, now it's got out of hand where I've been threatened by takeaway delivery guys. I've had a threat in email telling me to fuck off and die, you old bag. And the police have done nothing, neither of the housing. Now it's got to the point where a takeaway driver was about to strike me. If there hadn't been a witness downstairs, he would have hit me. The police have let it get that bad, so have the housing. So I've gone to my doctor and they're going to write a letter to the housing, and I'm going to also send one to the police as well. It's going to get sent to the police as well, because they have failed to act or do anything to help me. And it's got to the point where a guy was about to hit me had there not been a witness, right? There's something also going on with my mum, because why would she say that? Why would she say that someone was going to slit Jennifer's throat? So she had to have a throat operation. That's why her voice was husky. Why would you say that? Something's going on up there, I know it is. Making me feel intimidated and scared to go out. And I'm not hogging the limelight. I've spent all my life being told what to do by an abusive father, and now I'm trying to make a life for myself. That is not hogging the limelight. That's just trying to be myself. And if speaking out and telling the truth is wrong, fuck you. I'm not going to stop doing it. Right. So he comes in with his black Puma t-shirt and goes upstairs. Yesterday, I was bullied and victimised outside after he'd come home. And I'm noting down the times and the dates and what's going on, including what my mother's saying as well. Because I've already told the police. My mum will ring me up on the phone and I get a load of bullshit start happening. Crap and dangerous shit. So, my neighbour to the left had a dash hound. They've got a brown dash hound. And they're a couple and they're married and they're happily married together, walking a dog. This is before he gets in upstairs. So they're walking a dash hound. And she turns round and looks up at the balcony, but I'm not on the balcony. Like it's like the neighbours are trying to see what I'm doing. And they couldn't see me because I was stood by the window right down. But they're looking up to see if I'm looking at them. So they were walking a dash hound before he gets in. Now, he's bald and she's got long black hair and she's very skinny. Right? And I'm a decent size. Since I've had that blood transfusion and the iron infusions, it's helped me a great deal. I've put on the weight that I should be and I feel healthy. And I was told I could have died. My iron level was so low I could have died if I hadn't had an urgent blood transfusion, right? I don't want to get back to that state, because that's what was happening when I had all that noise. I wasn't eating. It was making me very ill. So, they're hovering around with the dash hound. He's got a cap on, because I've got a white cap, right? So you've seen me with my ginger grey hair. I'm a woman, yeah? I've got a pair of boobs, right? Got a pair of boobs. You can't mistake these boobs. In fact, someone's put me on Google saying I've got a pair of big boobs. Me, Crystal. So this is me with the cap on. And I'm a woman. This is me with the cap off. I'm not bald underneath, am I? I've got hair. Some is just awful bullying. So they comes in, it was the same as yesterday but an hour earlier. So he's come home an hour earlier. He arrived at the flats down the bottom at 7 yesterday when I go out walking my dog. Today he comes home at 6. And there's a podgy guy walking past his car opposite. Podgy guy with black hair and shorts and a top on. So I go out and I look out of my window and there's people returning from work, from the train station. They go to the gym. There's a gym in Strood, so they're coming back with their gym gear, or they're going off with their gym gear. And there's this guy that's got a skull on the back of his top. A skull, a big skull. And I like skulls, I collect them. I've got a collection of skulls. I've got skull masks, I've got skull jewellery, so skulls don't frighten me. And when we die, that's what's underneath our skin, a skull. So why would you do that? Why would you frighten somebody with a skull? That's what's underneath your skin when you pass away, a skull. That's what a skull is. When you die, that's what your bones underneath. The maggots eat your flesh and the skull's underneath. You're trying to intimidate me with skulls. And horror shit. So I haven't gone out yet to walk Max. It's 7 minutes past 7. He's come in an hour early. And yeah, we've got deliveries arriving. Not to my flat, thank goodness, but a motorbike, the same as yesterday, drives past his Ford Mondeo, a Deliveroo, and then we have a delivery opposite and a delivery to the side, same as yesterday when he came home. And now I'm going to show you what food I've got from the co-op, and then I'm going to get ready to go out. And I'm not taping anything. If I'm verbally or physically attacked, I'll obviously ring 999. But I don't want to tape someone barring like a sheep. 3 minutes yesterday. Meh, 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 meh. You try walking down the street with someone doing that behind your back. It's fucking annoying. And the thing is, I could tape it. And you would believe me. So we have a British cream strawberry trifle for tomorrow, a strawberry trifle. You've seen the Greek halloumi sauce wrap. I've got a hot dog for tomorrow as well, a Rustler's hot dog. Let's see. I wanted to make sandwiches, so I've got ham and chicken slices to make sandwiches. And I've got fruit pots, and I've got yogurts, and I've got drink. And I've got Twix fingers, and I've got Cadbury's mini rolls, and my mum's given me a load of food. So, you also get people smiling and eating past you as well, which is annoying. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I hate bullying. I think because I went through it at school and in my jobs, it's just awful. And there's nothing wrong with you. And you wonder what they're doing it for. What's wrong with them? It's just evil, bullying and horrible behaviour. Feeling like you're stalked on a field by animals, like stalking you. I've had dogs climbing all over me. It's like they're stalking prey. Like you're a dog and they're stalking a dog in the field. And another dog could bite me, bite Max, break our legs, God knows what. All because you want to tell the truth. And to stop you telling the truth, they try and frighten you. They try and scare the shit out of you. Because they're chickens. They're scared. It's been going on way before I was born, this child abuse and bullying, and they don't want it exposed. And of course, they'd let their dogs bite me. They would. Now I'm going to get off and I'm going to take my dog for a walk, but if the police don't get their arse into gear and sort out who's doing this, it's going to get worse. See you later.